Hey there, and welcome to finishing off the lizard, where we're just going to be getting all the final highlights and bits and pieces and freehand stuff that I want to do done. So first up, just going to be doing highlights, so I'll go over all of the greens first, and I'll get back to you in a mo with the finished thing and all the processes that I've used. Here's the green all done then, and I have used a lime green first from the model colour range. And then I've used Dead Flesh from the game colour range just to add the final highlights onto the greens here. Oops, just hit my camera, and Wailing Wind, apologies for that, but not a lot I can do really. And next up then, I'm going to be moving straight onto the purples, and I'll go over that with lilac, and then I'll mix lilac with white, and I'll do a final lilac and white highlight, which will finish off my purples. So we are winning. Yeah, just so you do know, basically I ran edges round with lime green, and then I used the Dead Flesh just to add final highlights. But as you can see on some of these panels, especially sort of down here, there's quite heavy quantities of the Dead Flesh on the fronts here, running around the edges, and then you've got some diagonal, some bits of just brushwork, and then quite a big heavy fill across the top of the head here. So I'm kind of, if you look at cars and pictures of cars and how light works on them, just trying to follow those kind of lines with the highlights. So I'll be back in a mo with the purples all done. So here's the lilac done, and actually this is a light or violet even. It's a model colour blue violet mixed with model colour white highlight done on all the purples. And some of this is just painting, again following those kind of lines that you see in highlights on cars. And some of it is just following edges as if you were highlighting something normal. Just remembering to keep everything on the visible edges and top edges really. A little bit fading, but just in sort of like across the front edges of the knees. But I wanted this to be quite high contrast. So that's that one all dealt with. So next up I'm going to do all of the whites. So I'm going to use white to highlight both the greys and also to reinforce all of the whites. So I'll be back in a moment with that all done. Here we go then, all the white's been done, including blobbing in all of the things which are going to be lit, so like the eyes and the bits on the legs and arms and shoulders, which are sources of luminescence. But other than that, we've got all the greys have had all of the whites highlighted, and all of the whites been sort of whited up. You can see down on his ankle there, the sort of white where I'm going to be putting luminescence in. And the reason I'm just blogging white in is because what I'll do is I'll just run an ink in, and then that will become the light, and I'll let the ink smear around the edge a bit so you get like the luminescence spilling out. Now I have also blobbed in the white into the eyes, but in the eyes you'll see that I've kind of not been mega careful, so there's little bits of black still, and that's just because I still want a slight difference between the eye itself and the surrounding area. So next up I've just got the lighting effects to do and the highlights on the reds to do and a bit of freehand work. So I'm actually going to get all of this done in a oneer, and I shall be back in a mo with this guy all based up and there's a squadron ready to go, apart from the pilot, but that'll be coming soon. So I'll catch you in a mo. Here we have it then, all done, all the luminous stuff's done, freehand work's done, just final details all finished up, all the reds are finished as well. You can see on his left thigh, or on your right, we've got the bear cat head, which is the icon for this particular mech, also 36, so that would be the number of the lizard. And it's also got CatBear written on his thigh, which is just about legible. You can at least see the CB. Then on the other thigh we've got the icon for the lizard squadron, and then we've obviously finished off all of the reds and everything. So Cool mini or not, you decide. I'll give you the standard issue twist just so you can see everything and make up your own mind. It's turned out pretty good. One of my cleaner paint jobs actually, I think. Time and practice. I've been getting a lot of time and practice lately. But I hope this has been of some use and some interest to you, and that you're painting everything you want just the way you want, and hopefully in some way this is even of some use to you in your endeavours, and you're finding some of the techniques and methods that I'm using at least useful in some way. Like I've said it before, this is one of my favourite minis. I think I've done a pretty good job of it. Next up we'll be dealing with the pilot. So, thank you for watching, have a good one and take care. Bye bye.